Okay, let's finish these weeklies then. Who's next? Cancer in the upright for a change. That's good. You see that? Don't know if you can. So we're doing Celtic cross for everybody. Does Cancer need to know, Spirit, please? For the week commencing the 10th of October 2022. Overall energy then. Oh, blimey. Losing faith. Rebelling against the indoctrination, your upbringing, your religion. Finding your own faith. Choosing a side, really. The keys, the name Simon and Peter could be important. Not wanting to be a lamb to the slaughter. Some of you will choose the material, some of you will choose the spiritual, but either way it will not be how things used to be. Could be ends to friendships, marriages, study, institutions, and like I say, religion. 5 or 23, negative energy. Taurus, somebody's not speaking the truth, and neck and throat issues. Usually it's about material matters. Oh, blimey. A change is coming. Today's card, straight off the bat. Connecting to spirit. Possibly some of you will be. Coming up to Halloween, a lot of people mess about with it. But remember, when you open that doorway, you've got to protect yourself first, because you don't want to be shackled with a spirit or a negative energy. Ten of Pentacles, a loss of finances, big loss of finances, or some security within the family unit. The roots weren't strong enough. Something is destroyed, but it seems to be a change for the better, which is a contradiction in terms, really, isn't it? 10 years, releasing, losing family ties, maybe. Then we have the Emperor, the government official, who's in today's read, wasn't it? The father figure, the boss. It's self-esteem. It's the obstacles to overcome. It's success. Your self-esteem is what decides your success. How you appear to the world. A rebirth, if you like, a new beginning. That's the obstacles to overcome. 4 or 31, massively important. Aries energy. And we have got the Aries moon, haven't we? I can't remember when it changes, but it will change. But last night was the full moon in Aries. So that's the obstacles to overcome. It's the get up and go. It's the having the self-esteem to not be frightened to show your true self and be successful at it. What cannot be changed? Blimey O'Reilly. An unreliable, unpredictable Taurus energy. A female, possibly. It could be anybody, Taurus, cusper. So it could be an early Taurus, which is Aries, a late Taurus, which is Gemini. Sometimes it's mothering energy. Could be a female in uniform, could be somebody of a darker complexion, but she's not as generous as she normally is and very unreliable and unpredictable. So finances and career may be unreliable and predictable. And somebody is watching her. That cannot be changed. Root of the problems is your emotions, your unconditional love. You don't put yourself first, and that's the obstacles to overcome. You've got to start thinking of yourself and filling your own cup. It is our energy, Cancer, so we're getting in our own way. Too loving, if that's possible. Unconditional love of a male figure. Could be someone who doesn't put the boundaries in place with you, even. But they're in charge of their emotions, and that I think it's us need to be in charge of our emotions. That's the root of the problems. Our self-esteem and our emotions. In the past, we walked away from something that wasn't serving us. Maybe it was good, but no cigar. There was something missing. In the immediate future, there is a feeling of being drained, unfaithfulness, no rebirths or new beginnings until you get some self-esteem for at least a month. A christening may not take place, but it's feeling drained and needing to fill your own cup, really. At the minute, though, there's happiness, there's bliss, there's everything as it should be. But even though it's in the upright, a 10 is always an ending. So this has got as good as it's going to get. You have to restart this and keep putting the work in, keep nurturing it, or you will lose it. 10 months. So in 10 months you may find happiness, bliss, exactly what you want. But for now, you're feeling half erased, lacking something, feeling like you should be doing more or you could have done more. Medical matters, healing maybe, and maybe that's why you're feeling drained, because there's some medical issues to seek out. You may feel isolated, lonely in a room full of people, exiled from the family unit by these cards, feeling alone, a lone wolf. 5 years of that. Hopes and fears is of acting too hastily, or a fire sign individual, possibly a Sagittarius cusper. So that could be Capricorn. Sagittarius is a late Sagittarius. Early Sagittarius is a Scorpio. Those born in the year of the horse. One night stands, the player. Somebody who rushes in but never finishes what they started. Maybe you're frightened that you won't get to finish what you started. And this isn't over. If you think it's over, it isn't. It's the wild card. There's delays in travel. Births may go over time. So past the due date. Unfortunately, there could be complications with pregnancies, or there is some issue here where the new beginning is stalled. 21, negative energy. So delays. Because you've got to have self-esteem first. So, the herbalist, there we go. Medicine and healing. Somebody needs to heal first, so there's going to be an issue of time restraints, and the energy needed to finish something is not there yet. So it will take longer than you would like. Month-wise, let's see. At least a month before you can start thinking about something else. So we've got the 8 plus 1 is 9, and then we've got the 10. So it may take 10 months before you can finish whatever this is. So herbs, herbal healing, alternative medicine, stuff like that. Maybe there's a herb that you've been cooking with that don't agree with you. Something. You have to be very careful. So, the herbalist is calling to you. Have you always been drawn to herbs? It's time to venture further into learning what the botanical world has to offer you. Plant spirit medicine awaits you. Right, so that's my next book then. And there is so much healing, wisdom and excitement waiting for you. You may want to study formally, I don't think so, or just dabble in making herbal salves and whatnot, knowing that whatever path you decide to take will be full of rewards. There is so many plant spirits waiting to help you on your journey, so look to the plants. We, like animals, can search out our own medicines. When we tune into intuition, we begin to sense the pull of what we need. When we start to work with herbs, we understand the profound change that can create the vast knowledge and healing they offer. We can choose to make medicines with them, or create beautiful foods, or even just admire them in your garden. The uses are endless, but once you start working with them, you will never go back. They will become a part of you, and this will in turn help you attune back to nature with a sense of peace and sense of something long forgotten. So daft things like, I know my granny used to say, if you boil up rhubarb, especially the leaves, in a pan, when you've got a burnt pan, it'll take all the burnt off. And rhubarb leaves are poisonous. So, what herb or plant do you feel drawn to? Are you drawn to particular colours or smells? Is there a plant that only seems to grow where you live? What is the herb that you tend to see everywhere? This is them reaching out to you. Take notice of what you see and dig a little deeper. So maybe digging up some roots like burdock and dandelion. They make a good juice, don't they? Pop. On what they mean and why they may be showing up in your life. A new doorway awaits you. So a new interest maybe. Some of you may be cooking. Some of you may be, like I said, going into the herbal business in a small way. But just remember that you get everything. You've got to study first. You've got to learn the art before you go dabbling. And a digitalis foxglove is used for heart medicines. If you give it too much, it'll kill you. If you've listened or read Agatha Christie. Oh, day at the beach. Happiness. Bit of a paddle with friends. That's good. So healing, having some time off, enjoying yourself. I'm going to have to sort something off, I suppose. And have the courage to see this through. Finish what you started. So, truth, which is that somebody's not speaking the truth. The truth will be told. Saturn. Scorpio, it will transform your life. 4th house, I believe, is ours. Cancer. Well done, Spirit, full circle. So it's the home, the environment, the colour red, the stomach, the breasts, the ancestral line, parents, childhood, inherited patterns, family, which we spoke about, didn't we? Environment, upbringing, and the womb. So rebelling against the upbringing, though, you're the black sheep by the look of it. Scorpio and Saturn. Saturn in Scorpio. Let's see. This placement has strongly controlled or repressed emotions. There you go. Strong emotions, the root of the problem. Highly secretive and reserved. So you're being too reserved. And is resentful and extremely slow to forgive. We do hang on to grudges a long time, don't we? So don't let people walk all over you, but don't hold grudges for longer than they need to be. That's one of my feelings. So forgive and forget. Well, you don't have to forget, but you do have to forgive because it poisons you from the inside. We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. Some people will choose greed and they're not your tribe, they're not your people. But it doesn't mean that you have to cut everybody out your life because you'd be left with nobody. So, thanks for listening. I feel like I was preaching to myself there. Bye.